I'm Karen Woolley and I'm going to teach you today how to build a shelter. So I have assessed my area and I selected 2 trees to do a ridgeline shelter on. I have assessed also the weather, because it's really important when you're choosing your trees to make sure that the wind is going in the correct direction. So I'm going to show you the equipment that I have today. So I have selected some logs to help sturdy my shelter. I have a tarpaulin, my 2 lovely trees. I've got a main ridgeline rope and some steadying ropes as well. So to start off with, I would scaffold this learning with the children. They would have learned how to do the knots together to start with, so they know which bits go where. But also, you know, children forget, so it's really good to model to them what you're expecting them to achieve. So to start with, this is a ridgeline knot. I'm going to do it this way around and show you that you have a long end of your rope and a short end of your rope to do your timber hitch knot. So you cross the short one over the top and then you tuck it underneath. Now the little bit of the rope does all of the work and you have to go around 3 times, so we need to count to 3. 1, 2 and 3, and then you pull that back on your tree. Right back like that. So you know you've got really, really strong ridge there. And then we're going to take it right the way across. Now about 1 metre away from your tree, and obviously these trees are quite close together, but 1 metre away from your trees, what you need to do is do a figure of 8 knot. So we are going to make a rabbit ear and we're going to fold it back on itself like so. We're going to twist it and pull the rope through to make a nice figure of 8. Right, so this way we're going to go round the tree like so with my rope. Try not to get tangled up with it. And this is where they can team build. The other children can help each other do it. Make sure that it's at the same height on both sides. You're going to go through your loop like so and then back on yourself. So here we go. You can see me pulling it through. Alright, so we need to make sure that it's nice and tight. And this is where you could alter the height, so we make sure it's nice and level for your shelter and give it a good pull. So it's nice and strong. Okay, here we go. So we are going to go underneath and over the top. Like there, and then make a loop on the other side, making sure it stays nice and secure. So now we have our firm, secure line here. We're going to move on to our tarpaulin, which is really exciting. The children do get excited at this part of making your shelter. Here we go. Tarpaulin over the top, like so. Making sure my OCD kicks in a little bit, we've got it all nice and straight over the top. So round the back, we really do need to secure the back of our tent, our shelter, and that's why we have got these heavy logs to do that. It gives them the back of their shelter where they can sit and drink tea together when we finish. So round we go to the front. So to secure the front, you could do this in many ways with the children. So they could have handcrafted their own tent pegs and we could hit them into the floor together. But today we're going to use the other tree to secure the top of our shelter. So we're just going to use a wreath knot. I'm sure the children are all familiar with. We can go over that with them if we need to. Pull it around securely. Just going to pop another timber hitch in there so I know it's nice and secure. Pull it back. Okay. And with our final bit of rope, this is where the children get really excited. We are going to again tie a wreath knot So it's nice, especially if the weather is bad and the kids are being busy. This is a lovely way to build a shelter and do some real teaching in it. So around we go, over the top, tuck it underneath. 1, 2, 3, we can pull that back round. So, come with me into my shelter. So, this is a lovely way to finish, and it's a really nice atmosphere to be able to build a shelter. And if I was doing this with a group of children, I would give them the same equipment that I've got and got them to go around the area and choose the trees that they want to start building their shelter with. It may be that I sort of step back and let the children problem solve themselves, but give them the opportunity to ask 2 questions maybe that will help them build that shelter. But it's really exciting, and do you know what, on a really bad day it'd be nice to put a really big shelter like this and you can sit and chat and do some of your forest schools under your shelter in this fantastic environment.